Welcome back to Mortgage Matters, heard exclusively here on Talk Radio 107.3. All right, a little later, you're going to hear about the Christmas give from Laura Buck-Smith and Wesley Smith, which is a great segment. So make sure you continue to tune in to the radio show. But now we're talking the real estate agent of the week, and that is Miss Laura Buck-Smith. So, Laura, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We are excited about that. Tell us a little bit about you and how you got in the business and what organization you're with today and why you're there.
Okay, let's see. I got in the business in 2004. I sold one house and I was hooked. So I guess it's been, 14 years now. I was at RE/MAX, absolutely loved it for those 14 years, and recently switched over to eXp Realty. We've had a team for years and years. It's Team Smith, and my hubby is the other part of it.
Yes.
And then we have 13 people on Team Smith. So we have a really cool environment, helpful, kind, loving, good team that we really care about our clients. Hopefully this year we're shooting for 250 sales. 250 sales. So y'all root us on.
We're behind you every step of the way, no question about it. So eXp, we had a conversation to talk about them previously. Tell me why you guys selected them, because there's some pretty neat technology involved with that.
Yes. Well, with eXp, really, there was some extra technology and some follow-up programs. A little bit less expense to be involved with the company. We switched a few months ago, and we're just really thankful that we did. And like I said, I was at RE/MAX for years and years, and I have so many friends there, left on great terms, and it was a wonderful place to work.
So, last year was obviously a very good year for you.
Yes.
And what are you seeing in the market today? Are you seeing inventory? How's inventory look?
It's interesting that you asked that, because I'm seeing a little bit of a shift. For instance, if a really good listing comes up and the buyer has a home to sell first, they're going to get beat out by buyers that are pre-approved, don't have a home to sell, and are approved with Ryan LaRussa at GMFS.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No,
it's good.
Yeah, and ready to buy. And so one of the things that I was actually telling my team yesterday is, if you have a serious buyer that is looking for a listing where many buyers are going to be looking for that same listing. Say it's in the Ascension Parish in a great school district, 4 bedrooms on a lake, I'm going to get multiple offers on it. Well, the seller is going to want the offer that doesn't have the contingency with it. If I'm a true buyer in this market, I'm going to go ahead and get my current house on the market and get it sold. And maybe I'm a little bit inconvenienced because I'm going to have to live in an apartment, family members, extended stay, something like that, but I'm going to put myself where I am going to be able to get the house that the multiple offers is going to go on. Does that make sense?
Yes. No, it makes perfect sense. So we've kind of moved to a little bit of a seller's market in those types of areas.
Yes.
And so that means if you're thinking about selling your house in 2018, one, what should you do? How do you get your house ready to go to market?
Well, hire a real estate professional.
Of course, they're hiring you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I hate it when my clients go spend a lot of money when really I could have saved them thousands of dollars. Just fresh paint, fresh carpet, or steam cleaning, getting the home decluttered. I tell all my sellers to remove personal items, prescriptions, money, jewelry, any kind of valuables need to come out of the home. And as a listing agent, we are going to want pre-approved buyers coming into the house only. But you still want to have those precautions of putting it away in your valuables.
So you basically they pick up the phone, they call you, and they can reach you at what number?
Yes. Well, the best way would be to email me, laurateamsmith@gmail.com.
Okay.
And I check all my emails by the end of every day.
So they email you, Laura, thinking about selling my.
Yes.
So you have a checklist.
That you're
going to go through with them and
absolutely
make sure that they've got it. So you guys obviously you help buyers and sellers, but you also are involved in some construction, some developments. And so tell us about.
Yes, actually we have one really good subdivision that's going to be open, is open a lot on the weekends. Carriagewood Estates in Baton Rouge, built by Home South Communities. We have 2 listings in there that are 4 bedrooms, and they're both under $400,000.
Wow.
They are beautiful. So I'm so excited for whatever buyer is going to get these houses. So this is something really Carriagewood Estates in Baton Rouge that is just beautiful.
So where is that in Baton Rouge, and what are the amenities associated with that?
Off of Hooshatoo Road, actually, the amenities is just loaded. The builder really thought about everything, including upgrading ceilings, open floor plan, all the neat colors, 2 stories, and nice backyards. It's just a family-oriented subdivision, and like I said, I'm just excited for whoever gets these houses.
And so how many homes will be in the development?
Right now, we just have these 2 that we're having open, and then we're going from there. So they're both under 400,000.
And it'll ultimately be how many homes?
Well, I don't know.
Several hundred? It's pretty big. Is it a pretty big
No,
development?
the subdivision's almost sold out, so I'm not quite sure how many lots are left. And,
Okay, so it's an established.
it's an established subdivision, absolutely.
Well, that is great. So give us just a couple of points.
Okay.
Again, your elevator speech of why am I hiring
Okay.
Laura Buck Smith at Team Smith?
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Wesley,
I
which
got
is a
Wesley.
tremendous addition.
My little girl. Well, I've been in the business, like I said, for 14 years. When I list a property, one of the things that I do that's unique that a lot of other realtors don't do is I list for 6 months, but my seller can withdraw at any time. And so I think that makes everybody feel better. You're not just locked in with me. Because some of my sellers, and I just truly care about my clients and I want to make them feel good. Them knowing that they're not just locked in for a 6-month listing.
I've never heard that from
I
any.
think I'm the only realtor that does, but I don't know.
Which
There may be
means
a few.
which means you're standing behind,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna. Yeah, I mean, I think it's incredible.
Sometimes I have sellers that maybe they thought they were being transferred and now they're not going to be transferred. Well, I don't want to hold them into that contract. Things like that. But that's one of the things that we do. We have professional photos done. We do a lot of social media boosting, and we have a whole team. So instead of hiring one realtor, there's actually 13 people on Team Smith. Everybody's going to preview, and we are open house heavy. So sometimes we're having 10, 12 open houses a weekend.
Really?
Yes.
So 13, that's. Y'all have been together. Team Smith moved over to XP from Remax. How long ago?
That's right. Well, just a few months ago, but we've been a team for a long time.
But the whole
Yes.
team came,
Yes.
which speaks volumes in itself,
Yes,
right?
yes. We like to say once you join Team Smith, most people stay. We've got a good thing. We've got a kind, caring team, and it's just a great environment.
Well, this is a Realtor of the Week, Miss Laura Buck Smith, and you're listening to Mortgage Matters here on Sunday. And, one of the things that we've talked about briefly was the importance of pre-qualification. He said, if you're going to have potential buyers come look at the homes that you've listed, you're going to require that they are pre-qualified. Tell the listeners why that is so important.
With our sellers, if you can just imagine being a seller and you have a showing, you have gotten a babysitter, you have cleaned your home, you have arranged, you have gotten out of your house, and then we as a realtor go show a client that's not even pre-approved. I mean, it just makes the whole industry not look good. The best thing to do is, if you're a serious buyer, is to get your pre-approval letter. Call Ryan. What's your phone number, Ryan?
225-214-5153.
It's a 10-minute phone call.
Maybe probably less than 5. We can do it, or we can do it online.
Get the letter before you go see the house, especially in a multiple offer situation. I promise you the sellers are going to feel more comfortable with accepting an offer from a pre-approved buyer. Put your seller hat on. Don't you agree with me with the pre-approval letter? What reasons do y'all say that you should get pre-approved?
Well, you want to get pre-approved, number one, and make sure that we communicate. Communication is key. And so if we're communicating back and forth with the listing agent, the buyer's agent, the buyer, and everybody's on the same page, and we're local and we handle everything right here, it just makes the transaction go through so we can close faster and get everybody taken care of.
And it's really, absolutely, that's exactly right. And it's so critical that people understand what it's going to cost for them to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to oversell.
Right.
We do not want a family moving into a house where their house note was too much and they did not understand that from the beginning. I would want them to get pre-approved, feel comfortable where they're living in a house that they can still go to dinner and you can still go to the movies and you've got the extra money. So that's something that Ryan can sit there and go over with you. and making sure that you're in the price range that's comfortable for you and your family.
And you know that, and there's a lot of different programs out there that are continuing to come to the market that can provide people some additional opportunities. And so this is concluding this segment. Our Realtor of the Week, Miss Laura Buck Smith. We really appreciate the opportunity to visit with you and gain some additional information. And we'll be back with Mortgage Matters here in a few minutes.
Awesome.